Hello everyone, welcome back to the Unseen Trail. You're joining me here at Sheetz. I promised last week that I would get a Sheetz stealth camp in, but this ain't the one that I planned to get in. But it's a nice one. It's open 24/7, but I think they all are. We're gonna stealth camp right back behind it here, where there's an undeveloped grassland. Looks pretty nice. Be able to take the bike back there and everything, so that's pretty cool. Struck out the last two times being able to be right next to the bike. But yeah, it's going to be pretty nice weather tonight. It's going to be windy, like 30 miles an hour, I think. Get down to 45. You can check it out right here. Here's the radar. It ain't supposed to rain. But yeah, pretty close to the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. So it should be interesting. I got to get into Sheetz and get some milk. Maybe a little something to munch on before dinner. We got something cool for dinner, something I ain't tried before. Many camping videos have, but I'm gonna give it a go. I'll see you guys here in a little bit back where we're gonna be camping at tonight. Check this out, guys. There's a deer on the woodline up here. See him? Sorry, the controls are all backwards. Jesus. Anyway, there's a deer on the woodline. So just try it out. Alright guys, so this is where we decided to set up for the night. It's a beautiful undeveloped piece of land just right behind Sheetz. Sheetz is just on the other side of that hill. Those flags you see is a office building, but Sheetz is just right up there. When I first pulled in, you guys probably already seen it. There's a deer sitting up there. But where I'm gonna go, let me show you where I'm gonna set up. Got plenty of kindling too in case I decide to have a fire, but I probably won't because the highway is right there. And you can see them pretty easy. They might just see me. But I plan on setting up Right between them two trees. My bad, guys. You see them right there? That one and that one. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right. See, I would have, look at that, there's some deer bedding. This is where they sleep. I would have gotten closer, but it was pretty sandy. I don't trust that hawk. See, they set up right here on this ledge, I bet. I bet they do. There's a good set of woods here. That's what I'm talking about. I like to be right here on the edge, though. Look at that view. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? Oh yeah, it would. But dang, why can't this tree see? My problem is this junk tree. Not sure what it is, but it is in my way. It is in my way, guys. And the further I go down, the further I get away from the bike. Which means if I need something off of it, let's see what we got right here. Nothing. Not exactly sure what I'm gonna do. Tree creeps creep me out a little bit there. This is where I want to go, but there's trees in the way. But if I hung it between this tree and that tree, it might be doable. Yeah, that's what I'll do. All right, guys, I'm gonna go get this gear off of the bike, and we're gonna set this hammock up in this tree. I'll get back with you guys here in a little bit. We got an electric storm going. That's this is more electric storm. Check it out. Just laying here in the hammock. It's 8:26. The audio is going to sound bad on this right now, guys, because I don't have the mics on. This phone's waterproof, so it's got a membrane over the microphone. My voice might not sound that bad. Probably does, but the surrounding noise, or background noise, or background audio, my Lord, is not going to sound It's as good as a shit. I'm just trying to see what this, look at that electric storm looks like an IR. I'm sure it produces a lot of infrared light. And those strikes do look a lot bigger on this than they do with my naked eye. My shoe's untied. Alright guys, I've just been sitting around watching TV, relaxing, kind of took a little cat nap. Saw a highway patrolman pull somebody off. Could have been a Beaver Creek cop, I don't know. But about to cook some dinner. It's getting a little chilly, not too bad, but underneath this hammock, which I'm going to show you here in a little bit, what hammock and setup I got, you can feel it getting a little chilly from that wind blowing underneath, because it is a little windy tonight. Here's the forecast for the night, right there. It's not going to be too bad. There's a lot of storms off to that end. I'll show you some of that electrical storm right now. It's really beautiful. It started to go off toward the east, but there's still some here and there. But it looked even better in the IR camera. That's right here. And it looks like it's giving off a lot more light. It is through the camera, but through the naked eye, it isn't this lit up. It looks pretty awesome. It's still going right now, though. Still right about where it was. Here, let me turn this off. Jesus, my bad, guys. My apologies about that. But yeah, it's still going on over there. I got a meal I'm gonna cook here in a little bit, but right now, how did that get turned back up? Hold on, guys. Right now, I'm gonna put the quilt on the the quilt on the hammock, and you guys can see that. If you want, stick around. If not, just jump ahead a minute, no more. But it's real easy to hook up. Just has a carabiner on each end. And elastic straps. I gotta fix this one because my fat ass busted it last time. But you know, it's just got bungees on each end so it can stay below you at all times when you're getting in and out of it. It does not support your weight. People in the reviews was complaining about that. It's not supposed to. What it does is it hangs just below your hammock. And there's about a 4 to 5 inch gap between you and this quilt. And eventually your body heat will heat that air up in there. And it prevents your ass from getting cold. And it really works pretty well. Oh, it may not work well tonight, because this bungee just gave way. I knew that this was something wasn't right about it. Can't see nothing. Still gotta find my headlamp, but I got it. I don't know what I did with that carabiner though. For Pete's sake. See, usually this is what I found out. When you get stuff on Amazon, of course it's from China. And China. It's it don't cost you much, but that's because the materials it's made out of ain't the greatest. So what you usually have to do, I found out from everything from engine parts to camping gear, you gotta spend maybe $5-7 extra bucks to get some quality parts. There's some part on it that ain't good, like this shock cord and that junk carabiner. Replace those, you got a good product. And that's usually how it is with a lot of that stuff. Some of these people's headlights is so bright, and I'm out here in like a big field. It's like a recessed field, but this, it's so bright it makes you think they got a spotlight hitting you. Alright guys, so that's the quilt. It doesn't look the greatest, they really don't, but I'll show you it up close a little bit later when this traffic stops, and I'll show you it in color in the whole setup I got. Right now we're gonna cook some dinner. We might relax a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe for a few more minutes. I'll tell you why, where I was originally supposed to camp. Alright guys, so I had originally planned to camp either behind Walmart or alongside it in the woods, or Lowe's, which was also next to a Best Buy. So where I would have been camping would have been like behind both of them. Well, when I go to these places, usually I've looked at them ahead of time on Google Maps. And this is working a little bit different than my other channel, because Google Maps works a lot better. It's either a building or a cemetery or something like that. Show up, it's pretty dead on. Well, this time, or with these types of camps, I show up and the woods are a lot shallower, or they just don't have the right trees for a hammock, or they're just so dense and small, it's more like living brush, like there's no way to even get into it. And that's how it was at Walmart and Lowe's. So I had to cruise around, which I already seen from the map that there's a bunch of places around here, so I knew I'd be cool. This place, I just happened to stop to look at Google Maps, and I seen this big clearing back behind it. And then I went down that hill that you guys seen and seen all this. So that's how I found this one. That was before I found out about Lowe's. So after all that went to wash, I came back here because it was getting late. I got here and only had like 30 minutes. So the B-roll you guys are going to see is probably going to be from in the morning, but that's how I had to do it. Gotta start timing it better. But heck yeah, guys, we're in it. Right behind Sheetz, not too far from it. It's beautiful weather. It's probably going to be the last nice day. You know, by night and day, it was 68 degrees today. It's going to be 47 tonight, 48. I think it may stay a little warmer than that. I don't know. But what we got to eat is some Mountain House. I know a lot of campers eat that, but it is one of the most popular brands and readily available, so we gotta go with it. Why not? I ain't had it yet. So check this out, guys. I'm waiting on my camping spork to get here in the mail. But meanwhile, for those who don't know, a camping spork is just a long fork, half spoon, or you could just get a spoon or fork. But a camping one is long, so you can use it to cook with, but also so you can eat these damn dehydrated meals with. But I want it for cooking and reusability. But meanwhile, I took me a fork, plastic fork, 2 of them, and I cut the handle off one of them and used some VHB tape. It's the same type of tape that they use to put like the trim nowadays on cars, the paneling, like the little piece of trim on your door that stops your door from getting messed up when you hit another car. Yeah, it holds pretty good. Should last a couple camps. I'll wash it. But this is what we got, guys. Whoa, take a 2-step back. It is chicken. I forget what. Oh yeah, chicken and dumplings. So it should be pretty good. Keep this. Yeah, guys, this ain't a bad spot. Ain't a bad spot at all. Let me tell you. Yeah, guys, all we gotta do is boil up some water. Pour it into this pouch. Mix her up, close her up. Now, what the hell's wrong with this thing? Oh my lord. Oh my lord. I can't believe that just happened. What happened? Gimbal overheated because I didn't balance it like a pud. I jumped up to try to save this thing and spilt all that water. Thank God I have another one, but might not have enough for what do you call that? Coffee in the morning. I'll have to get some from Sheetz, maybe. I can't believe that just happened. I can believe it. At least have enough to get fucking moving. Damn, guys. Yeah, this is what we're working with. 36 grams of protein. It's 2 servings. Got 600 calories. Should be pretty tasty. Oh yeah. Take that packet out. Boy, look at all those dumplings. I'm sure that's dumplings and not chicken. I'm gonna close it up. Let it sit for a while. 20 minutes. 10, 15, maybe 20. Yeah, guys, so hope you guys had a nice Halloween. Mine was pretty uneventful, but just stayed at home, did some research on some new locations, and passed out some candy. That's about it. Hope everybody was safe. But yeah, let's see. Thanksgiving's coming up. Yeah, I don't have nothing planned yet for Thanksgiving, channel-wise, video. But yeah, if there's any place that you guys want to see me stealth camp, I'm sure you guys have seen pretty much any location. But I'm cool with doing the old classics like the sheds and anywhere. Just let me know, drop it in the comments, and I'll pick one and I'll go do it. And I'll even do a shout out for who recommended it. And that's what it looks like, guys, when it's all said and done. We'll give this a try and see what it don't taste like. Boy, looking at this phone is really trippy after sitting in the dark for so long. She's steaming. Alright guys, let's see what this doesn't taste like. Mountain House chicken and dumpling. It's pretty good. I'll be honest with you. It's pretty good. But I don't think I had enough water because I still feel some crunchy stuff, like feels like croutons, but I know it ain't. Well, that's how good it is. Still good. This is definitely one serving. $11 for one serving. But I mean, if you was out stranded with somebody and y'all needed to eat, this be enough for you. Keep you alive. Yeah, absolutely. Let's redo this again. It's a good thing I'm fucking drinking. Alright, guys. Some reason I've already recorded this twice. I'm gonna try to go again, but the point was to show you how easy it is to get in these hammocks. Because I want to encourage anybody that's looking to get into camping and maybe even filming and documenting their camping. I think you guys should definitely get a hammock. Tents are awesome. I have a few of them. You guys will see those too, most likely in the summer. But I'll probably try to do some winter camping with them. I'm looking to save up and get a hot tent. That'd be a great contribution to the channel. Be able to camp year round then. But yeah, you guys get out there. Don't be discouraged. Don't be scared. Most of the what do you call that? Thinking about all the negative things happening. What's that called? Paralyzation with paralyzation from analyzation. Some shtick like that. But yeah, half of the things you guys, or half of the things that a person worries about when doing stuff like this is for nothing. You know, it's great to be cautious. That's an amazing trait. But you just got to relax, find a good spot, get in, stay in. Don't get caught, get out. It's easy. Easy. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and lay here, relax a little bit, watch some TV, and hit the hay, hunker down for the night. But if anything happens, if cops come through, spotlights, I'll turn the camera on and we'll film it all right here on the unseen trail. But I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night, everybody. All right. Good morning, everybody. It is 6:30 in the morning. Got a little bit of sleep last night. Woke up probably about every hour, but still did pretty good. It is pretty warm out here still. I think it's 50. It could be 47. Let's check it out. It says it's 42. I was way off. Well, we're going to go ahead and get some coffee in us. Wait for the sun to come up some more so I can get some more B-roll in. Then we'll probably pack out and load out. I'll see you guys just here in a moment. Guys, I'm going to show you what my setup for last night was. It does not look very good at the moment because there's no weight in it. It's all everywhere, but this is the raw hammock. It's about 60 bucks on Amazon. This is the second one I've had. The first one was on the back of the bike when I was coming back from Hopewell Cemetery. I think it was. No, it was from Sycamore State Park when the bike got stuck and it got lost on the dang highway somewhere, a state route. Comes with these nice straps, same color as the tent, at least the stripe running down them is. Nice green raw clips. Of course, they have somebody else make these and just put their name on it. Got this 2 years ago. This is who makes it. It's technically a summertime sleeping bag. I only paid 10 bucks for it, believe it or not. $10. And this thing has kept me warm on every camp since. Every single one. And then, of course, we have the camping quilt with that cornball camo. But it worked pretty good. I think if I get a heated blanket like I have for myself to put underneath the sleeping bag, put it right here underneath the quilt, between the quilt and the hammock, and it would heat that heat the air up in there a lot more and keep it warm. And this is my little memory foam camping pillow. It folds up pretty small. And that was my setup for the night, guys. That was my setup. This thing's still following me through sticks and shit. Isn't that something? All right, everyone. That's it for this unseen trail adventure right here behind the Sheetz gas station and this nice set of woods overlooking the highway and this nice ravine I'm sitting in. But don't forget, guys, like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know where you want me to do next, and I'll see you on the next one. Till then, stay safe.